So now let me call upon Sri Shivshankar ji to talk about Sapta Vidanga Sthalam.
திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஐந்து கரத்தனை யானை முகத்தனை இந்தி நிலம் பிறை போலும் ஏற்றனை நந்தி மகந்தனை ஞான குழந்தினை புந்தியில் வைத்தழி போற்றுகின்றேனே. ஊர்த்திலை வேலை உலாவும் உயர்மனிலை கூர்த்தரு வேல் வல்லார் கொற்றங்கொள் சேரிதனில் கார்த்தரு சோலை கபாலீஸ்வரம் அமர்ந்தான் ஆர்த்திரை நாள் காணாதே போதியோ பூம்பாவாய். So for this paper, I have to acknowledge two individuals who helped me a lot. One is Madhusudan Kalaivchelvan. He's now the curator of Swarajya Heritage. And if we call him to the stage now, he will be able to talk on the same subject for hours together. And he's a very good friend. And another good friend whom, when I asked my friends group for help with preparing this paper, he just said, you just come, we will go. And he took me on his car and we did the entire yatra. And we took a lot of pictures, some of which you will see. So he is from the Kaveri Delta region where all these temples are located. And Kaveri, it's like he said, Kaveri runs in my blood, and it truly does. So this is the contents of this talk. There are some stories. I am not a scholar. I am trying to be a storyteller. I hope it is good. I don't bore you to sleep. The story, there are several stories. I am just talking about a couple of them related to this Saptavidanga Sthalam. And this small run through and a glimpse of the 7 temples that form the series of Saptavidangam. So the temples that we are talking about are located in the Kaveri Delta, and it's one of the most fertile regions of the world. And it used to give 3 to 4 harvests per year, and that's why it's called Ponnu Vilayira Bhumi, which means gold grows on this land. And because of that, you can see that abundance reflected in hundreds of large temples. I'm just talking about the major temples that were sung by both the Arvas and Nayanmars. That's about 500. And without that, there are a few thousand temples, which are all like big. When I say big, it's big as the smallest of that would be as big as this auditorium. Like that, there are hundreds, probably thousands of temples in Tamil Nadu. And if we take whole of South India, there's so many temples. The building of temples is the unique contribution of South India to the Vedic parampara, the Dharmic parampara. And there are several temples that have a connected legend. The most popular amongst them is the Navagraham, and you have the Panchabhuta Sthalam. Like we've been talking about the replication of ideas. So within this small, today geographical, politically small state of Tamil Nadu, you can find the replication of everything. We have the Panchabhuta Sthalas, we have Navagraha Sthalas, we have so many other related legends. And I am going to talk about one such series is the Saptavidanga Sthalam. This specific order is based on the order in which I visited the temples. There is no exact order of the temples, except that Tyagaraja Swami is the center and the others come. So yeah, I'll just keep it here and then I will tell you the story. Now, the story starts with Mahavishnu performing tapasya towards Ishvara for a son. So, spot quiz. Can you guess who is that son who is born to Mahavishnu? Okay, we will reveal it. So, Mahavishnu performs tapasya towards Ishvara for a son, and Ishvara appears and grants the boon. But the thing is, Ishvara does not appear alone. Ishvara appears along with the mother also. Parvati is there. But Mahavishnu talks only to Ishvara, takes the boon, and he's just happy at that time. Parvati says, like, I am right here. Okay, you have not even acknowledged me, right? So the son that Bhagavan gave, he himself will burn to death. So spot quiz again. Any guesses who that son could be? No. And Vishnu is taken aback. So as a repentance, he again does penance, and this time he does tapasya in the form of towards the Lord in the form of Somaskanta. Somaskanta is Sa Uma Skanta. So Bhagavan is there, Mother is there, and Skanda is also there. And he keeps that form of the Lord in the Linga Vadiva, Linga Rupa, which is that is the whole Vidangam. That is where the whole Vidangam legend comes, because that is an emerald Maragada Lingam, emerald linga, and that linga was created out of Mahavishnu's tapasya without using a chisel. I've seen one of those Maragadalingas, okay, probably not the same Maragadalinga that Mahavishnu prayed with, but I've seen one of those Maragadalingas, and it's like unbelievable experience. So that Maragadalinga, Mahavishnu kept in his chest, and he did tapasya. And again, the Lord appears as Somaskanta, and that specific form that Mahavishnu prayed, the Somaskanta form Mahavishnu prayed to, that Lord is called Tyagaraja. Okay, and he is Maharaja, is Raja of all Rajas, Maharaja of all Maharajas. He's a luxurious guy. We have known of Tyagaraja, meaning Lord Shiva as the Smashanavasi with Bhasma and all that, but this form of the Lord is completely different. He needs his luxuries, and he will not show you his feet. He shows left foot on one day of the year and right foot on the other day. On all the other days, you can only see his head. He doesn't show you his body. So there are so many legends associated with each of these rituals. So the sun that was, yes sir, please. Yes, that is Manmata. So the sun that Mahavishnu gains through this tapasya is Manmata, and Manmata is burnt, and that is the relation between Manmata and Skanda. That is why this specific legend or the Purana, it comes in Skanda Purana. Moving forward, the next step of the story is, after everything happens, the Linga, the Vidanga Murti is passed on from Mahavishnu to Indra. Indra again does tapasya, and he gains the Murti from Mahavishnu. Indra, again, as usual, Indra always faces troubles from Asuras. So this time there is an Asura by name of Valasura. He attacks Devaloka, and Indra is in a quandary. At that time, Brihaspati counsels Indra to gain the help of Chakravarti from earth. His name is Muchukunda Chola Chakravarti, and he has his own background. We'll just see in a moment. Now, Muchukunda Chola Chakravarti is a great Shiva Bhakta. That's his biggest background. And he comes, he fights the war, and he vanquishes Valashura and all his armies, and then he emerges victorious, and he protects Devaloka and Indra. So Indra says, like, grants him, like, you ask me whatever you want, I will give. And immediately Muchukunda Chola, because he is a great Shiva Bhakta, says, give me that Vidanga Murti that you have been worshipping for so long. It's enough you had, let it come to the earth. And again, Devendra did not expect this, because it's the Murti he's been worshipping every day. So he says like, I will do one final puja, you come and you take it after that puja gets over. Muchukunda's history, I'm not sure if it's visible. Muchukunda is depicted as a Vanara. Okay, so Muchukunda is depicted as a Vanara. That's because in his previous birth he was a Vanara, and Vanara hid on a Vilva tree during Shivaratri as usual, some auspicious day. The throughout the night, the Vanara was dropping Vilva leaves without knowing on top of a Swayambhulinga, which was there beneath the tree. And at the end of the puja time, Lord just appears and says, because of your bhakti and offering everything, even unknown, offering everything, it's like you are going to become a Chakravarti in your next birth. And the Vanara was like overjoyed. But then he said, I will be a Chakravarti, that's fine, thank you, but let my face be Vanara, so that people know that bhakti, regardless of the form in which you give offer to the Lord, will be acknowledged. And the test is Muchukunta. The next day he goes to Devaloka, and there are, instead of one Vidanga Murti, there are now Sapta Vidanga Murtis. Overnight, Devendra gets Vishwakarma to create 6 duplicates, but all of them are the Lord. And the Lord again plays his Thiruvilayadal, we call in Tamil, his mischief. He does this and he does that also. He plays for both sides. And he helps Muchukunta recognize the correct Vidanga Murti, and Muchukunta recognizes it, and Devendra knows what is that, what is happening. So he says, you take all 7 and go and install them in different places in on the banks of your empire, which is the Kaveri, and that is how it comes to the 7 Murtis come to the 7 temples. So, I'm just done. I'm just going to quickly run through the 7 temples. There's not going to be any story to the temples. It's all done. So, this is the map, and the 7 temples that start at Tiruvarur, Tyagaraja Swami temple, and this is in a different order, but I'll just quickly read through. Darbaranyeshwara Swami temple in Tirunalluru, which is also the Sanishwara Sthala in the Navagraha temples. Nilayadakshi Kayarohana Swami temple in Tirunagai Karonam, which is in the large town or small city of Nagapatnam. And Vedaranyeshwarar in Vedaranyam. Tiruvaimur, Vaimurnatha Swami, and Tyagaraja Swami temple in Tirukuvalai or Tirukolili. Kannairanatha Swami temple in Tirukarail. So this is Tyagaraja Swami temple, Tiruvarur. It's huge, and Tiruvarur. Probably people in Kasi, they don't compete with other people of other towns, but Tiruvarur, they have a very big competition with Kasi, because in Kasi, if you die, you attain Mukti, but in Tiruvarur, if you're born in Tiruvarur, you attain Mukti. Yeah, that is the legend of Tiruvarur, and the temple is huge and it's very old. Of course, it's the abode of Tyagaraja, whom, as I said, is the Maharaja of all Maharajas, and the mother is also that. Mother is the queen. She is the consort of the Maharaja of all Maharajas. So she is the Maharani of all Maharanis. So they consider that as the crown of all the Shaktipitas. The Devi's Rupa is like, Devi is sitting with her legs on top of each other like that. This is called the Kuttikasana, like a big CEO of some big multinational. Imagine a person sitting there. That's how she is sitting. The Rupa of the Devi is like that. And it's very famous. All the Carnatic musicians and all the Nayanmars, the Carnatic musicians, everybody has come and sung. It's a very great legend. So these are some details Yeah, and it's the Prithvi Sthalam of the Panchabhuta Sthalam. Next is Kannairanatha Swami temple. Okay, unfortunately, except these big temples, and even in the big temples, except for the main murtis, the temples are not very well kept. And we have had some discussions around that, why temples are like also not a very clean places, not very clean places. The Lord is Kannaira Mudayar, and the Devi is Kailasa Nayaki. Next is Brahmapurishwara Swami temple, Tirukkuvalai or Tirukkolili. This place has an unfortunate another legend associated with it, but I'm not going to reveal it. Somebody has told me. I've made the decision. If you want to know, you can ask me later. I will tell you. And this is Vaimurdhanatha Swami, Tiruvaimur, the temple. This is Vedaranyeswara Swami temple. This is also a huge temple along the seaside. This is Kayarohaneshwara Swami, Tirunagai Karanam. This is a very beautiful temple in middle of the Nagapattinam city. I got to see the Linga Abhisheka there, Vidanga Abhishekam there. It was completely surreal experience. This is the famous Tirunalaru temple of Sanishwara, but the Murti is Darbaranyeshwara. Sanishwara is given some prominence, but because of that, it's a very rich temple also. Yeah, that's it. Tiruchitrambalam.
Thank you. Shivshankar ji, I don't know if the communication about Tyagaraja Swami has happened properly. How many of you thought that Tyagaraja Swami is the singer Tyagaraja? Tyagaraja Swami here is the form of Shiva. It is the name of Dakshinamurti. He was talking about that. And the singer Tyagaraja, the poet singer Tyagaraja, was named after him. He was born, his father, the singer, poet singer Tyagaraja's father, was in Tiruvarur at the time of birth of Tyaga Brahman, Tyagaraja. That is why he was named as Tyagaraja, after him. And Tyagaraja, in all his lyrics, in his mudra, he puns on that word. Tyagaraja Nota means one who is admired by the Tyagaraja poet singer and also Tyagaraja of this Tiruvarur, also Shiva. So he puns on that word there, and he was in the slides mentioning about Ajapa Gayatri and its relation with Nataraja, Japa Gayatri. But probably lack of time he did not cover that. It is also a kind of a Tillai, a different kind of a Tillai.